What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I'm going to be bringing you another game from the Starseries Season 3. Oh, unfortunately, with the new replays coming out from this tournament, like from the playoffs or whatever they're called, I lost my place, but I'm pretty sure I found it. This is going to be between Dare on the Radiant and Copenhagen Wolves, now officially MYM. But I don't know what I'm going to label them. Probably I'm going to go ahead and just call them MYM from now on, even though that during the time of this replay, they are still technically not picked up by MYM. But anyway, the bans, Morphlings and Chaos Knight being banned out, as well as the Tidehunter. So a little bit of weird bans that will give Copenhagen Wolves Leshrac and Naga Siren, and Dare, of course, with the Rubik. But Dare banning out the CK. I honestly don't follow TTB enough to know how much they favor that hero, or how much Dare dislike playing against that hero, but it certainly is a very annoying hero to play against. So powerful, so tanky, so much damage, and the stun as well. Wolves also banning out a Tidehunter, just getting rid of that giant AoE power. It's actually kind of surprising considering they have picked up a Naga Siren, so they're kind of denying themselves that Ravage, or Song of the Siren Ravage combination. Dare have picked up the Venomancer as well as the Night Stalker to add to their lineup. Night Stalker, I believe I've seen Dare run that guy a couple of times now. And the Wolves, they're going to go with the tried and true combo of Naga Siren with the Templar Assassin. So TA is going to be doing the mid-game damage, Naga Siren setting up during the mid-game, and then late game she's going to be the one who's also doing a lot of damage. Looks like Dare making some pretty smart bans. I like the AA ban. Not because AA is the best hero in the game, but I think he's one of the best support heroes. That he's really underused. Ban him out, though, because he will combo off very well with an Ensnare, then with the Chain Stun from Leshrac as well. Get that Cold Feet tick, and that's pretty much your doom. Wolves are going to ban out the Nature's Prophet, and in case you guys could hear that, I don't know if you could, but the bros next door are playing some really awful music. So hopefully you guys can't hear that, because if you can hear that, then I am so sorry. There's nothing I could do, though. Bro's gonna bro. They're also going to ban out that Pandarin Brewmaster, although not technically a Pandarin anymore. They don't want to have that giant team fight, because Dare, right now, they're pretty individual focused. Well, both teams, really, pretty much individual focused. They don't have any of those giant AoE team fight ultimates, and really, it's because a lot of them are being banned out. In case you were wondering, this is still 0.74. I did cast a game with Blaze today. I don't know if that's recorded anywhere. I didn't record it because we kind of just jumped right into it, but it was just a random pub. No, it was like some Team Liquid teams or something like that, but it was fun. They're not going to be able to pick up the Enchantress. Wolves banning out both the Nature's Prophet and the Enchantress. They don't want Dare to have any of these jungling heroes, but Chen is still in the pool. So if Dare really want to get a jungle hero, well, there's no better than Chen. Enigma is also pretty good, but Chen and Enigma, both viable options there. It's kind of surprising you see an Enchantress banned out, but a Chen getting through the pool. And yes, I called it. I'm awesome. Wolves, they're going to pick up... Oh, who are they going to pick up? They're going to get a Lina. Get that support and chain off pretty well with the Ensnare, with the Split Earth. Then an LSA on top of that, yeah, you're pretty much screwed. But there, they are going to pick up the Chen. I guess, I don't know. Usually Chen is placed with high priority compared to the Enchantress. Like, if you see teams ban out heroes in the first round, you're going to see a ban out of Chen, and then Enchantress usually gets through, usually all the way to the 4th and 5th slot. But hey, Chen is going to be in this game, so you get to see some of that action. Dare, so far, it looks like they're going to go for a very powerful early mid-game strategy. And there's the Enigma, so I'm just like calling all the picks. Except not really. I still think Alina should be pretty good on the Wolves side, because they do have a lot of damage. They just need early game power. Hard lane Enigma, maybe, or a Windrunner, Beastmaster, Bounty Hunter. They'll all go well for the Wolves. Although I should start calling them MYM, shouldn't I? Probably should. And Dare, D-A-R-E-R, so they're still odd rare. Unfortunately, knows with that little A thing, this is really messing the whole thing up. But Dare, what do they have right now? They have a lot of support heroes. Actually, they need damage right now. Like, they have the Night Stalker, and Night Stalker can go for a utility role or he could go for a harder carry role. In this game, it looks like so far that he's going to be going for a little bit more of a damaging role. Get a, get the, what's it called, phase boots, and then something like a basher, or even, I don't know, any sort of damage item. He could go for any damage item, really. Night Stalker has a lot of freedom in his builds. You could build him like Naix, even, Lifestealer. There, they could pick up someone for the mid lane. I do believe that would be a pretty good option, or a hard lane hero, even. Because they actually no. Okay, here's what's going to happen. They're going to want to lane Venomancer mid against the TA, possibly partner him up with the Night Stalker, maybe Rubik on the bot supported by Chen, and then they still need a top lane hero. Wolves also need a hard lane hero. I do think a Beastmaster or a Bounty Hunter will be good on both sides. But Wolves, they have a little bit of team fight setup. They got the Naga Siren Sleeps combo off with that ultimate from Enigma. So maybe they want a Disruptor? That would help a lot, because the Night Stalker does have a couple of spells that could cancel off that black hole from long range. Rubik also has a telekinesis and anything that he could steal. Darer, what are you waiting for? What are you getting? Well, I guess we'll see in 3 seconds, so I'm just going to wait 3 seconds. Okay, they're going to go for a Sand King, so it is going to be a very, very early mid-game power strategy from Darer. Night Stalker, although he could do a little bit of damage late game, usually he isn't played as that hard carry, get a whole bunch of damage roll, because really, to do that, you need to get a lot of farm. And Night Stalker, if you're farming in the early stage of the game, then you know what you're not doing? You're not killing people. And then if you're not killing people with Night Stalker, then why the hell are you Night Stalker? The Wolves are going to pick up the Windrunner as the last pick, so that's going to be their hard lane. They have quite a bit of lockdown, quite a bit of damage as well. But Darer, it's all going to be on them. They have to make things happen on the early mid stage of the game, because if they let this game slip into the late stage, then, well, they're pretty much screwed, because they can't really fight up against the TA or the Naga Siren. Did I cast this game before? I feel like I don't know, guys. All the replays are screwed up. I could look and see. Actually, I'm going to pause after this Enigma and Leshrac are being picked up, because it looks a little bit familiar. Linked on the TA. I don't think that's actually... Is that really Link? I don't know, guys, but 1 second. I will cut this video, and then we'll be back shortly. Okay, I am back, guys, and we have TTB heading up to the top lane. We have Calculus on that Windrunner, Balsam on the Naga Siren, the Nino playing the Leshrac, Stand-in Rise, bringing up the rear as the Enigma. And is this the real Link? It looks like the real Link. Oh, the real Link, please. Oh, that I feel like it is. It should be. He's definitely the real Link. He's going to be playing the last hero, who is the TA. Looks like he's going to be soloing mid, although usually you do see a little bit more saving up of the gold. On the Darer side, we have Nowhere on the Night Stalker, being supported by both Savadoom on the Venomancer and Grumpy on the Chen. Top lane, it is going to be a solo lane Sand King on the top lane, so he's not going to have a good time there. Nose is also around as the Rubik, probably going to head towards that mid lane, so Sand King on the hard lane usually doesn't get anything at all. You can see already aggressive wards being placed out so that the top lane, whoever it may be, probably Rise in the Jungle. Yeah, definitely Rise in the Jungle. He has 4 clarities. The Nino as well as Balsam. So if the Sand King gets caught out with anything, he's pretty much dead. The beauty about Sand King, though, is that he could just choose to leave the lane. Level 1 Burrow Strike has a really crappy range, but hell, if he gets a good rune, which he might win the race to Enigma between Enigma and the rune. Nope, no good rune there. Haha, the Nino breaking out the big flames. Yeah, but Darer's Hawkeye's not going to have a good time. He has to get a couple of points of Sandstorm. I mean, usually they do anyway. But he's not going to get much experience. That Sandstorm is going to take a very long time. The Sand King, unless they don't, then Nino, what are you doing on this bot lane? Calculus, oh, maybe he's just de-warding. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nice. I love that picture. Calculus is going to be on this bot lane versus Nowhere with support from Savadoom. Calculus, he could die in this lane. He's got to be really careful because a Void into a Gale, your Wind Run will count for nothing. You won't be running like the wind at all. Nino, yes, he is heading towards the top lane, but Hawkeye is going to get a little bit of freedom, although you can see he's scared. He knows that the Leshrac is off the map, and he knows that he can't afford to walk up there, because if he does, Well, he's going to take a split earth after an ensnare. The Nino is coming around. She's going to do a little bit of harassment damage to the Sand King. Now he knows where they are. Balsam has picked up Riptide at level 1, so he is unable to set up any of those chainsaws in the bot lane. God damn it. Always, every single time, watching something and then not watching the minimap, and then of course, I missed first blood. Night Stalker, I mean, you guys know what happened. It was a Gale into a Void, and then Chen came around with an Ursa Warrior, and then just killed the Windrunner, because, as I said before, Windrun, yes, you will evade attacks, but you also won't be going anywhere anytime soon. So Calculus, as I said before, he's got to be careful. And of course, right after I said that, I decided to leave and go look at something else. Makes a lot of sense, I know. Nose versus Link on this mid lane. The TA should have a slightly better time, but Rubik is going for that bottle. Link kind of going to do the same. Both teams, no one should really die, at least until someone hits level 6. And whoever does hit level 6 first is probably going to be the one getting that kill. In the top lane, Hawkeye is taking a little bit of harassment damage from the Nino. It's not going to be a huge deal at all.
Swiftly to the temple's
Calculus isn't getting much at all. 2-0 compared to 0-0. Level 1 on the Sand King, level 1 on the Windrunner 2. To will this benefit more? I do feel like Nowhere is going to have to make things happen in the early stage of the game, so using those early levels is going to help him quite a bit. Whereas Naga Siren, I mean, yes, she's going to... we can't. Ugh. God damn it, man. But anyway, I feel Night Stalker is probably going to get a little bit more advantageous with this farm, because Night Stalker, his first nighttime is so important. Like, basically the first nighttime defines how well your Night Stalker game is going to be. And if he's already has 1,300 gold, he can get an urn, he gets some boots up, he could even get a bottle relatively quickly. Well, then he's going to get a lot more usage out of his gold than the Naga Siren is, because the Naga Siren, although she does want to have gold, I mean, she's typically referred to as a hard carry, gold is good, but she waits until she could actually use that gold, whereas Nowhere will be able to use that gold very effectively once this clock hits the 6-minute mark. Naga Siren at the 6-minute mark, well, she might have a Vit booster or boots or something, so... Oh, there we go. So Naga Siren's going to be a little bit tankier, but Nowhere is going to be the one who's making things happen. And he's already level 3, should be about level 5, level 6 by the time this first night hits. Could help also if he gets another kill on Calculus. The Centaur cutting off that escape route, but the Centaur is still running around. Calculus has got to watch out for the Centaur son. If he gets hit by this, he's going to die. There's the Void slowing the Windrunner down. Jukes to the left, Jukes to the right. Gets hit by the Venomous Gale. The Stomp getting cancelled, but Calculus is now stuck in a corner. He has no chance for this one. Chen picking up that kill. Night Stalker getting a level 4 with 1,500 gold. He could go straight for a Vanguard maybe, although it would kind of be surprising to see. Most likely going to go for that urn, try to get some phase boots up as well. So he's going to be very, very stacked come the first night. And then, well, Night Stalker is a pretty good counter to the Windrunner, to the TA. Get that silence on them, and then they can't use their escape spells. But we've already seen how good the Windrunner's escape spells have been. And we're actually going to go for Power Tread, so he wants a little bit more attack speed, get the stat bonus also. I typically favor the phase boots on the Night Stalker just because you're going to be moving in, and you're going to be going for right clicks on top of your void casts. So you want to get them more additional damage, but Nowhere is going for a perfectly viable boots choice as well. At least he's not going for tranquil boots or something. That'll be kind of freaking weird. Link and Hawkeye gonna duel off a little bit. Hawkeye still level 1. Oh, telekinesis, do it. Oh, trap that TA up there. Hawkeye is taking a ton of damage. He seems very indecisive, and he's gonna go down. Burrow Strike will not save you from the Edict, and Nino's just gonna walk him down, getting a free kill because Hawkeye didn't know which way to go. Nino is going to narrowly dodge that split earth and send a Fade Bolt into the face of the TA. Adair losing one very, very carelessly. So we now see Grumpy with the Furbog harassing back the Windrunner. Windrunner level 2, but you know what? Sand King's only level 1, so she's still doing better than the Sand King, who is... I mean, at this point, Sand King, you're not doing anything here. You just clear these camps, get something out of your game. Because Sand King, I mean, a low-level Sand King is a pretty useless Sand King, especially since he's going to stay at a low level. Calculus has got to be careful. Here comes Nose around the corner. Telekinesis going to hold Calculus up in the air. And now the right clicks from Nowhere is going to be in the Windrunner is going to die yet another time. 4 heroes on this bot lane. This tower is going to go down. Grumpy is without creeps, though. Don't know what happened to his healing. No. His creep died. But it doesn't matter. Savadoom only with level 2 wards, but you know what? That's okay, too, because this tower is going to go down before the first night. So Nowhere is going to have his urn. He's going to have 800 extra gold, so he could even go for an urn and a bottle if he chooses to do that. Then really just dominate the map, never-ending ganking. Once the 6-minute mark hits, it's going to be pain time for the Wolves, but can they endure it? TA, she's really got to get her spells up before she gets silenced. If she does that, then she should be fine. Grumpy's actually going to go straight for that Ring of Health, so he's going to head towards the Vanguard, get the urn. By the time the 6-minute mark hits, we're going to have to keep a very close eye on him. Probably just going to go feed off Calculus again. Why? Because he's so easy to kill. Science has proven it. Might as well just go kill him. Night Stalker has lost his wings during the nighttime. Makes no sense, I know. Not level 6 yet, so he doesn't have the most levels, and he should probably be getting his urn. He's getting a little bit more experience. There's the level 6 mark from Night Stalker, so he's going to get a little bit more Hunter in the night. Probably Fortification. He's going to stall this push onto the top lane. Balsam and the Nino trying to do a little bit of damage there. The Edict is level 2, but here comes Nowhere. We're going to watch this guy very, very closely. You go for Link. Pretty sure he knows which one's real. Although he's going to head straight to the top lane where he's going to try to counter off this push. Usually you don't see teams defending this tier 1 top tower very aggressively, but they're going to go ahead and do it. Here comes the Rubik around the corner, and Balsam's going to take a Test of Faith from the Chen, and there's telekinesis on the Nino, taking a couple of tower shots as well. He's going to go down. Rubik with that kill. Balsam's going to take a stun from the Centaur. The Night Stalker isn't even here yet. Here he is. Night Stalker is here. Guys, I'm late to the party, aren't I? Actually, you know, he did get something on someone, so I see silence that Lashrak. I think that is what happened. Nowhere, though. Making a little bit of action happening on the first night, and now, with, again, very many people on this Dara side, top lane. They're going to take down this tower. Usually with Night Stalker, you're aiming to get kills because, well, it's hard to really get towers by yourself, but hey, they're going to get towers regardless, which is just as good, if not better. So Nowhere is going to go for a Vanguard, it looks like. So if he could get that after this first night, it'll be a pretty good pickup for him. Nowhere still sticking with his team, and there's a 5-man smoke. He does have a teleportation scroll, so we could go to this bot lane where Calculus and Link are pushing that out. The mid lane is also being pushed and now destroyed by Balsam. The Edict damage helping out in that one. They're going to transition down to this bot lane. In the meantime, Darer, they seem to think that the Wolves are going to want to defend their top tier 2s. But their top tier 2 isn't in any danger, so they're just going to take all the tier 1s, TGB or MYM, whatever you want to call them. They still do have that top tier 1 tower to take down, which it took a little bit of damage, but now their tier 2 is under attack. There's the Buckler popping off from the Chen, just giving everyone a little bit of armor. The creep wave is not here. Savadoom level 3 wards now, as we have Calculus trying to defend, but with only level 2 on that power shot, he's not going to be able to do that much. I'm tripping all over the place right now. This tower is going to go down. 2 towers taken during this first night phase. Night Stalker now has enough for a Vit booster, but looks like it's going to be a Roshan. Link with the minus armor, Rise with those conversions to do the damage. Level 4 on those. So Roshan's going to go down. But they got to watch out, because if Nowhere gets nearby, then he could just make their Roshan attempts very, very ugly. Looks like instead they're going to settle for another tier 1 tower, so Darer has successfully taken, or in a little bit, will have successfully taken the tour of the tier 1s. Balsam is around. He does have that Song of the Siren, so we can slow them down, possibly set up an initiation. Oh, Roshan does go down. I thought Savadoom might maybe get it, and that was probably a little bit too hopeful there, but Night Stalker with another tower kill. He pretty much has his Vanguard. 9 minutes. Earn treads as well as a Vanguard. That is absurd farm from this Night Stalker. 500 gold per minute, but the Wolves have picked up that Roshan. Who actually got it? Was the Enigma? TA. TA got it. There you go. TA is probably going to head towards a Blink Dagger, unless this is it. No, it's not. So Nowhere is just using his first night phase, mostly for the mind game pressure. I mean, it's really hard to gank people as the Night Stalker when it's, you know, an organized team. In pubs, you just run them wherever you want, and then you kill everyone, which is really great. I love it. But against the team, they're going to have backup, they're going to have fast teleportation support. So Nowhere instead using his constant threat on the map as a incentive for his team to push. And hey, it worked. They got all the tier 1s. Templar Assassin with the haste shrew. Knows is going to take a psionic trap. Melt hit. Can do a little bit of damage there, but the refraction wasn't active. Shackled to a tree though with power shot. And then the split earth is going to bring down that Rubik. But nowhere. 10-minute Vanguard is pretty good farm on this Night Stalker, gotta say. He's just going to keep farming during this first night phase. Still without his ultimate. So Link is going to run to Hawkeye. Level 8 versus level 4. Here comes the Nino. Split Earth. No, he doesn't want to use it. Hawkeye, you got to move like right now or else you're going to not have a fun time at all. See, the Naga Siren also has a Vanguard of her own, so she's not doing too bad herself. Looks like the Wolves are going to take down this top tier 1 tower. They have taken down all the tier 1 towers now, but Sand King, how did... The tier 1 tower is going to give Sand King arcane boots, even though he had absolutely nothing in lane, so he could burrow strike all he want now. 3 on the top lane, as we do have the Night Stalker teleporting back up here. Fade Bolt going to fly. Not bounce to any of the heroes, though, just stop at the creeps. And do Dare want to fight this? I feel like they should, unless they lose all their creeps. That might be a little bit of a dissuading factor there. Nose going to look for telekinesis. There's the Gale. Going to hit Nino. He's going to bring him into the air. Stun Balsam. Hawkeye needs that burrow strike at least on one. There you go. But Balsam with Song of the Siren. Oh no, nowhere. Coming out of literally nowhere. And Leshrac does go down to 1 Urn Charge or Paw Swipe from the Night Stalker. Unfortunately, the Night Stalker was not caught in that Naga Siren ultimate, so he just went right in and killed everyone. Nose, what are you doing, bro? Shackled to a tree. Oh, he disconnected. That sucks. Let's see if the Wolves want to give mercy. This will be the ultimate test. Man, if the Wolves let him go, super good mana right there. Because normally people wouldn't run forward like that, like Suicidal. Because you know, dying is not what you want to have. Let's actually take a look at the gold. That's not 9,000 guys, but the Wolves are surprisingly in favor. I guess it's the farm that's being distributed. The EXP is still in favor of the Wolves. That is very interesting. Let's actually take a look at the EXP per minute. Yo, it's the Enigma. I see. Level 9 with a mech and 1,000 gold in the pocket as well. So that does make a little bit of sense for the Dire team to be that far ahead. But with 6 to 2 kills, all the tier 1 towers down, plus an extra tier 2 tower down for the Radiant. I don't know, guys. Nose is going to go down. That's unfortunate. And Nose knows... Oh, god damn it. Why, Dare? Why do you have names that could be used like that? Nose knows that that's unfortunate. Give a little bit of a crying face. Nowhere is going to find his solo kill. Possibly Balsam does have a level 2 net. He's going to get silenced. Nowhere is going to take that silence like a man. The net is not a high level though, and he's still on the chase. Avoid to follow up. Nowhere doesn't want to do it actually. So there is the daytime. The Night Stalker does not like the day. If I was a Night Stalker, I wouldn't like the daytime either. I would very much dislike it. Grumpy still without creeps, but he does have a mech level 6 versus the level 10 Enigma. So Rise has been just jungling this whole time. 0-0-0 on him. Farming up those creeps. Getting really big, so we will give Wolves a little bit more of a mid-game push with that early mech. Plus a level 10, almost a level 2 black hole on him. So then the Wolves, they could make something happen. Link is going to try to go for Nose, telekinesis up into the air, drag him back. But with the still Aegis on the TA, plus a mech, almost level 2 black hole on the Enigma. Well, Wolves could look to make something happen in the mid-stage, even though I just said that. I'm recapping, guys. Jeez. Because usually they would have to wait for Balsam, and usually they would have to really play a little bit more defensively, since Dare should be the ones, should be the aggressors here. Looks like Nose is going to get initiated upon one more time. Calculus with the Miracle Shackle. No, he's actually getting telekinesis into the air. Split Earth, not hitting onto anything, but Link is close enough to take a double burst strike. There's the epicenter from Hawkeye. Calculus is trying to run away, but no, he's going to go down. Link teleporting out of here. He will have no part of this, as Rubik has stolen an Edict. So Dara getting a free pick off there onto the Windrunner. Well, they were just farming, and then suddenly everyone came, and then they were just defending themselves. It was self-defense, and they survived. Nowhere, still farming versus Balsam, and this is what I was saying, that Night Stalker could use the farm a lot earlier than the Naga Siren, because it's not even nighttime. And Night Stalker is not scared of this Naga Siren at all. Naga Siren, although, isn't scared of the Night Stalker because, well, if the Night Stalker had darkness, you could bet your ass that Nowhere would be all over Balsam right now. And Balsam, although he does have the Song of the Siren, or would have a Song of the Siren, would not be winning this engagement right now. Top lane knows, and Hawkeye, what the hell, HP Hawkeye, what are you doing there? That's not what you want to do. You could get killed very easily. But the Enigma is now level 11. He's going to get that second point of Black Hole. He's going to take a Burrow Strike for his efforts. The Eidolon's doing a little bit of damage to Hawkeye. Telekinesis can hold Rise into the air, but there goes the mech, and he's going to try to go for the Sand King. Rise going to run the other direction. Hawkeye is going to survive, but Rise, where are you going? Hawkeye does have another Burrow Strike. There it is. He's going to take a lot of Eidolon damage, and Rise is going to get another stun, and Rise is going to kill the Sand King before he goes down. I don't think the Enigma had any chance there, but hey, he took one down. He went down fighting. That's exactly what you got to do. But Dare did get the upper hand there in that trade. I mean, they did lose the Sand King, but the Sand King is not very valuable at this point. The Enigma, very, very valuable because, well, he's completely loaded. He lost a ton of gold from that. So that was a very good gank from Dare, and the Rubik is also going to have a little bit of happiness about him with that extra kill in his pocket. There are a couple of wolves on this bot lane, but a teleportation that's coming in from Hawkeye will ward this away. The epicenter not up for another 19 seconds. So the wolves could still make something happen. TA now does have a Blink Dagger up. Kind of slow Blink Dagger, honestly. I've seen much faster Blink Daggers from Templar Assassins. Gold per minute for her, 312, so that's like fairly average. But as someone who's supposed to be getting the farm, honestly I would expect a little bit higher. But nonetheless, 15-minute Blink Dagger is still very, very quick. I just have high expectations for these heroes. Get the Blink Dagger faster, get more kills. And then get this tower. Sure, why not? Everyone from TTB is heading up there. Rise, except for Rise. Rise has an agenda of his own. He's like, you guys get the towers. Yeah, I'll be right there. I'll be getting these creeps. He's actually going to be right there. Balsam's going to let himself be bait for just a little bit. Maybe take a Burrow Strike initiation. That would be perfect because, I mean, Naga Siren, usually a very soft hero, does have a Vanguard as well as the extra armor from the Tranquil Boots. So now this could be Wolves looking for a team fight. Lynx does still have that Aegis. So if Balsam gets a sleep on a couple of Dara heroes and they're all clumped up, it could be disastrous because you know what's going to follow. That Black Hole is going to follow. Tornado, most annoying spell in the game, thinks it's Skeleton Warrior. Calculus is going to take a net and a Burrow Strike as he gets Telekinesis back. There's the ultimate from Balsam as Calculus had enough. Rise is going, no, huge miscommunication, actually not that miscommunication at all. There's a Black Hole, but instantly gets cancelled by Nowhere, and now stolen by Black Hole by Nose, going to pull Link, Hawkeye, and the Nino in, and they're all going to go down. Hawkeye is on the other team, so he did not get pulled in, which is a name I saw, so I said it, but Nowhere with the clutch silence. Unfortunately, Enigma, he doesn't have that BKB yet, and the Templar Assassin does go down for a second time. So Darer getting initiated upon, but hell, that fight was amazing for them. They burned the Black Hole, they burned the Aegis plus the TA, they burned the Leshrac, and they also burned an extra teleportation scroll from Balsam in exchange for no one, right? Yeah, no one. So perfect trade from Darer, actually, as the Wolves get farther and further behind. Nowhere is going to try to close the gap, try to go for Balsam. There's the Void. No silence. That's not what you want to do. Balsam is try to get saved by that Split Earth. Still taking a lot of damage from that Urn, getting net Nowhere to the floor. Here comes Link. Still doesn't have that Blink Dagger. He didn't spend his gold. He's going to go for Savadoom. Huge hit, spilling over onto Nose also, and Savadoom's going to go down. No, the mech from Grumpy at the last possible second. Link now has to retreat. Naga 7 has picked up the Night Stalker as the Rubik now with the Blink Dagger. I don't know why. But he's going to blink out there. He's going to be fine. Link's still on the chase. Only 300 health on him. He's getting worked by the Chen creeps. There's another mech and the Shackle latching Nose to a tree. He's taking a lot of damage. He doesn't have any mana to actually escape from this. He's going to go down to Rise. And Rise could close the distance and keep following Grumpy 6 seconds until his Malphite stun is up. Nino going to look for a Split Earth. And Grumpy, you are so dead. Shackle not going to latch, but the Split Earth does. And Leshrac does go down. So Wolves, after taking that really, really horrible top lane fight, they respond with a couple of free kills of their own. Everyone did survive there, I believe, for the Dire. Yes, they did. They did it without the black hole, and you just had a very powerful TA play who still does not have a Blink Dagger. Could he possibly not be going for a Blink Dagger? I do think a Blink Dagger is the correct choice, because you have the Naga Siren farming, gonna go for that Relic. Link, maybe he's gonna go for a Desolator and just try to do a little bit early damage, but now the second nighttime phase, oh no, Hawkeye is spotting everyone out. Just grab the Aegis, Hawkeye. Do it. Do it. Wait for them to do it, and then steal the Aegis. It'll be glorious. No, they're actually gonna go straight for Savadoom, who's not in the right place at all. Free Venomancer delivery. Do it, Hawkeye. Oh, Bro Strike, and he stole the Aegis. There you go, Sand King, making big plays. He's gonna die, or at least lose the Aegis. Actually, no. Oh, there it is. Freaking Midnight Pulse doing the damage. There goes Sand King Resurrect. Bro Strike up to the high ground. There is the Bro Strike. Link is still alive. Fade Bolt gonna fly through, and Hawkeye is gonna try to get out of here. Teleportation is going to get him out. Balsam is getting worked over by Nowhere, but the Vanguard and a double Shackle Shot onto Nowhere and Grumpy. Is there any follow-up here? Just the Riptide, and everyone's going to fall back. So who actually got the Roshan kill? Roshan obviously killed by the Dire, but the Aegis picked up by... Oh, Link, that's not where you want to be. Roshan... Oh no, the Tornado and the Shockwaves. Link, run! Run! He's going to get some more refraction charges. I don't think Link should be fine. Maybe they're trying to just, like, lure him into a false sense of security. Oh no, here comes Balsam. Can lay down that sleep so that Link could run away. Link, run away! Run away, Link. Very good. Oh, that was... If he didn't run, that would be the miscommunication of the century right there. And also I would say that he's blind. Hawkeye knows going to get lashed up. Do the Wolves want to fight this? They don't. And they don't have their TA. That's their main source of damage at this point. The Shack also does some pretty good damage with maxed out Edict and as well as level 4 Split Earth. But really, the TA with the melt hit's going to be the one doing the heavy damage. Still have a lot of gold. Going to go straight for the BKB, actually. I feel like should have been purchasing those parts the entire time. I mean, why not? But I guess she wanted to make the other team assume that there wasn't as much farm on her as there was. Some really, like, mind-gamey stuff there, and honestly, I don't think it's really worth it. We now do have a siege situation. Calculus is going to let those power shots fly, clear out the creep wave. But to blink in, telekinesis onto the Nino. Nowhere is right on his ass. Huge Burrow Strike in from Hawkeye, and Nino's getting macked up. He might be fine from this. Nowhere is right on his ass, though. And there's the black hole catching two, and Rise does have BKB, but he gets netted to the floor. That's going to cancel that. Nowhere is on the chase for Link. Link should be fine here. He could even turn around and fight and win this. Probably has a lot of backup. Nose is also in the area, has stolen the black hole, waiting to use it. Nowhere. Shackle not going to latch as Calculus is trying to give chase, but if you go up this hill, man, you could die. But everyone from Dara is going to fall back. Calculus not with a shackle yet. Lots of nets flying at Savadoom, and Savadoom is going to be the only casualty here. Mech not going to be able to save him from the power shot, from the huge melt hit, and Grumpy should be able to get away as well. Everyone from Dara escaping. And Night Stalker defying physics right now. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. That's outrageous. He's flying without wings. It's like a telepath or something like that. Makes a little bit more sense when he has the wings on him. Dara not really pushing that all that successfully. Even without the Song of the Siren, they don't really need it. And Naga Siren actually holding up a ton of gold, but buying up a Yasha. I don't know what the hell it is with TTB and not buying components of their items. I mean, okay, cool, you have a lot of gold, but you're also going to lose a lot of gold if you die. But I thought Balsam was going to go for a relic, but I suppose not. She's going to go straight for the Manta style. Very interesting there. I don't know why she was holding the gold. It makes no sense, guys. If you know why they hold the gold like that, then please tell me, because I cannot think of a single possible reason to explain why. Besides buyback, but hey, I mean, like, it's 1,000 gold and buyback is only 600 gold, so... I mean, buyback is only 600 gold, and the part of Yasha cost 1,000. She had like 3,000, so I don't know. Math that out. Everyone smoked up from Dara, looking for someone on the bot lane. Not going to find anyone. Knows he's going to reveal himself. Push this down. Burrow Strike as well. Hawkeye still stealth. Maybe they didn't see that Burrow Strike, but Nowhere has revealed himself. and it's nighttime, he should cast his darkness, man. Cast your darkness. Extend that nighttime. Or I guess not. They're just going to go straight pushing the bot lane. You saw how well it worked on the mid lane. It didn't work at all. Telekinesis onto Balsam. He does have a Song of Siren though, and there it is. Maybe the black hole right here. Do they have black hole? They don't even have a black hole. Link is just going to look for a pick off onto the Rubik, but he can just blink away immediately. There it is. And now Nowhere is going to take a net. Shackled to the tree as well. There's a black hole stolen by Nose previously. Balsam and Link getting pulled in, but stunned by Rise. Does pop a BKB. BKBs are actually everywhere. Hawkeye with the epicenter does pick up the Leshrac, and Nowhere is trying to kill Link, but Link is very tanky with those refracting charges as well as the BKB. Take a silence, and the Bro Strike onto Balsam. Will it be enough to actually kill him? He's still very tanky with the Vanguard. Now has a Manta style, but she's going to run in the other direction, try to hide in the trees. The Serpent Ward going to block that path, and he's going to, he's pretty much stuck and doomed right now. Rise is going to take one kill onto the Rubik, as Rubik instantly buys back to the game. Venomancer cleaning up, though, with the wards, or somehow with the auto attacks, kill stealing Nowhere. Still alive and still chasing people down, but lots of people from the Wolves have gone down as Dare take a really good fight there. Using that stolen black hole, the Rubik pulling two heroes, didn't get it off for the longest time. But really, the Wolves, I mean, right, they didn't have the black hole there, and that is really what defined that fight. It was also very spread out. Blink in from Nose is going to bring Calculus a little bit closer for the Bro Strike, and huge burst damage. That Windrunner didn't stand a chance. So Dara this time on the bot lane did crack through the Wolves' fences. They're going to push the high ground for another 30 seconds. I do think buyback, yes, buyback is available for the Windrunner, but is it worth buying back for this? The tier 3 tower looks like it's going to go down. Fortification not up, used previously for the tier 2 towers. They're just going to bring it down to half health as Balsam is closing in. Going to get a net onto Savadoom, so he's going to take a lot of damage from these illusions. Nino with Split Earth to follow as well. As Savadoom going to get teleported back to the base, not going to be in time. Nino does get something stolen from him. It is going to be the Split Earth, but now Nose is in a little bit of trouble. There's a Sonic Trap going to slow him down, but he pops off an invisibility rune plus a mech. He's going to survive as Grumpy does teleport out of there. He's holding that invisibility rune that entire time. What a crafty little Rubik. Oh no, they see him. No, Nose, why? Why didn't you just run? They knew. Why would you do that? Oh god, Nose, poor K. Why would you do something like that? Roshan not yet up. You see TDP kind of want to do that, but they are just going to de-ward the area. Map control for Darer not there at all. They don't have any wards, whereas the wards for Wolves are the map awareness, map coverage for the Wolves is pretty strong. Sonic traps everywhere, some pretty good wards, although they are going to time out. Darer do have a little bit of a tower advantage. But really, I mean, towers help you in map control. They don't instantly give you map control. If they don't have any wards, and they're flying blind right now. I guess Night Stalker with the mobility is kind of like... No, I can't even rationalize that if even if I wanted to. But he does have a BKB now, using the previous fight. Blink, Burrow Strike onto Balsam. Silence as well. Nose is here for that telekinesis. Not going to happen, though, because Balsam doesn't want it to make sure everyone is slept and going to teleport herself right out of there. Balsam burning that Naga Siren ultimate, level 2, so it doesn't have the short cooldown yet, or like the insanely short cooldown. Look at this cooldown reduction by a whole minute per level. How outrageous is that? That's freaking insane. Link gonna try to get out of here. Blink forward, telekinesis? No. Blink the wrong way actually, so could have been close. Let's actually take another look at this gold graph, still in favor of the Wolves, and experience as well. Actually kind of surprising. Gold per minute, still because of that Enigma bringing them up, and really everyone who's supporting on Dare not getting all that much gold. EXP per minute, kind of a similar trend. Windrunner and Leshrac are kind of down there for the Wolves, but they're still being very effective. The shackles are latching, the Split Earths are hitting, and the Edict, we can't really stop that from working. Serpent Ward trying to deny that rune, not going to happen. So Dare, with the early mid-game power team, they're slowly letting the mid-game slip away as Balsam gets more and more tanky, gets the bigger items up, now has another 1,500 gold in his pocket. So this Naga Siren is going to be a pretty big problem moving forward, and Dare, they're taking the good fights, but it's just a matter of time until they cannot take these good fights anymore. Because all their heroes are, I mean, they don't really scale with last hits. Night Stalker is a BKB, and that's not necessarily a damaging item. Like yes, it does give you a little bit of damage, but it's primarily a defensive item there. So Wolves, I mean, they're holding on. They do still have the advantage in both gold and experience. And really, they could just wait all day, because later on, the TA, as well as the Naga Siren, there's not going to be anything that Derek could do to counter those heroes, aside from try to burst them down in an epicenter in a stolen black hole or something like that. But Netstalker needs to get a little bit more damage going. 122 plus 24, not the largest for a Nightstalker who really needs to be doing more. You see 97 plus 51, 121 plus 6, but he's getting a lot of damage from those mirror illusions. Mirror images and illusions. Mirror image slash illusions, I guess. So Balsam is increasing his DPS that way. Whereas the Nightstalker just has to resort to slugging people. So Nightstalker, he needs to get some damage somehow. Could be like a basher or something. Try to go for lockdown. But TA, wow, the latest Blink Dagger in the world. Going for BKB first. I don't know about this one. I feel like the Blink Dagger could have helped TA a whole lot. The BKB first is very defensive against a Nightstalker in the early stage of the game. It kind of makes sense to delay that Blink Dagger until later. Now Dara definitely won't expect a Blink Dagger. I don't think Link has revealed himself yet, although now he has revealed himself, so they do know, or they should know, that he has a Blink Dagger. The Wall of Wards is getting set up as now Wolves, they're the ones sieging on Dara. The Hawkeye's in the mid lane, does have an Epicenter plus a Blink Dagger, nowhere on the top lane. That's not nowhere. He does have a teleportation skull as well, but looks like they're just going to sack this tier 2 tower. It is going to go down. Plague Ward's going to get killed. The Sonic Trap going to fly, going to hit Savadoom. Do they want to go in on this? I don't think they should. They're not going to. They're just going to put the mirror images in front. Power Shot's going to fly out, clear the creep wave. And now I think they got what they came for. They got the tower, and now Roshan is almost up. It is up. So with that tower kill, that will give Wolves a little bit of push as far as map control goes. Because they're going to have to stick in this area for at least like 20-30 seconds more. Try to clear off that push, the remnants of the push. And while they're doing that, well, they have to either stay in this area or let the Wolves know that they are coming. And either way, I mean, look at this. There's no way that Dare is going to get the jump on the Wolves unless they get a smoke up, which they could go for, but they're not clumping up yet. Roshan is slowly getting brought down, now down to half-life. The conversion's doing the damage, plus the minus armor from Templar Assassin. There goes the mech, keeping them all up at very high amounts of armor. Roshan does get taken down, and Link does get the Aegis. This is the third Roshan. Balsam going to get the cheese. Now Link sold something. He's going to go for a Desolator, it looks like. But Wolves get a free Roshan as Darer kind of hesitant to go in. Has smoked up, but I mean, no follow-up. Well, why smoke then? There's the Skull Basher, so the Nightstalker is going to be bashing some skulls in. If you get a couple bashes on that TA, really deny her that damage output. There's no way to defend yourself against that Basher, at least the Basher's stun. So you're just going to have to sit there and take it. Whoever does get bashed down, really, it doesn't really matter who he bashes, because pretty much whoever Nightstalker sets his eye on, they're going to be the ones running. They can't really stand and fight at this point. TA's, I mean, if the BKB is up, yes, she could stand and fight, but if the BKB is down, then she has no chance because of that mischance from Crippling Fear. Balsam needs his illusions up, but Dare has been pretty good about clearing the illusions, so I don't know if that's actually a viable situation where Balsam is fighting up against the Nightstalker. But both teams just farming. Calculus moving down to the mid lane has gotten himself a pipe. That's going to make Sand King sad. That's going to make Venomancer very sad. That pipe is a very good item in this game versus those two heroes. Complete shutdown as far as that goes. And really, most of Dare's damage is magical. No's going to blink in. Going to get Calculus into the air with that telekinesis, but he gets Force Staffed out by himself. He can teleport out of there. Balsam also has probably got to get out of here, but Link is here with an invisibility rune. They can look to set something up. Go for it, Link. Hey, Link. Listen. Kill them all. Kill them all. They have an Aegis, they have a black hole, why not? And a Lincoln Sphere on top of a BKB. This Enigma does not want to get his black hole interrupted at all. And like, once you get that BKB up, the only thing that could actually block it, or go through it rather, is a Troll Trap. And, well, you know what? Chen doesn't have any of those. Does he have any of those? I don't think he has. Oh, he does have one of those. So that Lincoln Sphere is going to come in handy. Is it really worth it, though? I don't think it is. Just make sure you catch the troll in there or something like that. You have all the time in the world to set up with that Naga Siren ultimate. Balsam is on the corner of this push. He's going to look for an engagement with that Song of the Siren as the creep wave does push in. Wait for that Song of the Siren, nowhere. Perfectly timed for Dara to take this. Nighttime has just hit. You got to use that darkness to extend it, man. Riptides and power shots and harassment on the tower. His tower is slowly getting worked down. Now down to 200, 163. Might go down to these conversions. No, denied by the Venomancer. Good play by him. Our Wolves going to file back. This game, so boring. So boring. Do something funny so that I could be entertained. Or do something awesome. Divine Rapiers and such. I mean, but they got the tower. Didn't necessarily kill it, but the tower is down, so I guess that counts for something. Denying Dara free access into the mid lane, restricting their possibility for map control even more. As Dara, they do have some wards up finally. Their creeps are pushing out decently, especially on this top lane where Calculus has been forced back to defend it. But everyone else from Dara, they're farming. Everyone else from the Wolves, they're farming as well, looking for picks. Using the, cannot click on this frickin', using Link as bait. They're going to run headfirst into Hawkeye and try to Sandstorm. Bro Strike out of there, might save him, but the Pulse Nova and the Edict, a little bit too much there, and Hawkeye goes down for free. Give buyback, not a chance. He spent all his money trying to go for an AC. Try to do a little more damage as that Sand King. Usually Shiva's the armor item of choice. But hey, when you need a little bit more physical damage, then you go for that AC. With Sand King down for another 30 seconds, Wolves, they might look to push a high ground. Savadoom is there with the level 4 wards, making sure that they won't have the easiest time getting in. The creep wave is also lagging behind, so they're only down to 20 seconds now. They don't want to fight the Sand King when he has his epicenter up. They only have 19 seconds to push this, or at least get a couple of picks. If they get a pick on the Rubik, then their fight is golden. But oh my god, Naga Siren. I think that is enough illusions there. He's going to get his Lincoln Sphere toggled. The illusion's now going to go on to Savadoom, doing a ton of damage, burning all his mana as well. He's going to be forced to go back to the base. The tower does go down as Windrunner picks that up, and now Wolves are going to retreat once again. If they stay and fight, they're going to take a double Burrow Strike as Hawkeye goes right in, but he gets slept. Split Earth, kind of whiff there. But really, they're not positioning themselves to fight this. They're just going to go for Hawkeye. Huge damage onto the Sand King. Does get a Hand of God as well as a mech, so he's going to live for this one. There goes the ultimate from the Venomancer as the Nino is trying to run away from nowhere. He's latched to the floor with the net. He's taking a lot of damage from these Naga Siren illusions, though. Here's the epicenter from Hawkeye, not hitting a single person as Rise is trying to get in close with that BKB for a black hole. Nowhere does go down, but he's buying right back. Savadoom now in a little bit of trouble. The Burrow Strike from Balsam is going to slow him down. He's going to try to get away. There's a double black hole, going to bring down the Venomancer as well as the Sand King. Triple kill onto Link so far. Venomancer instantly buys back. In the meantime, Savadoom, who has bought back before, is taking a lot of damage from this TA, who's going to go for a Manta Style, by the way. And Rise also taking a lot of damage, getting worked on by Savadoom, as well as knows he's going to try to teleport out of here. It's going to be close. He does get away. Now Link with that curse on him, he's going to get force staffed out. Calculus with the Wind Run also trying to get out. Balsam and Link both very weak. Knows he's going to blink in. Nowhere's is latched to a tree to take a power shot as well. Link still looking for kills. Balsam still looking for kills. Link is going to get his refraction dispelled. And there goes the Aegis, but Balsam is still around. Doesn't have any more mana though. Pipe does fly up, and a double shackle shot from Calculus is going to mean the death of the Venomancer. Is going to mean the death of the Rubik. He instantly buys back, but a beautiful play by Calculus there is going to give Wolves Raxes, or at least one Rax. I think they can get the second one, but it could be a little bit risky. Because Nose wants in, but Link also wants in. Huge melt hit there. Pops off his fraction, and Nose is going to take a mech charge. Oh, not going to be enough, though, because Power Shot does too much damage. Calculus now running out of here as Nowhere has once again revived and is looking for a kill. But Link with the bottle, now empty, is doing some pretty good work. 5-1-5 there, and Balsam sticking in the fight, not dying, refusing to die. Oh, Regeneration Rune, that's going to be a good one. Hand off the bottle, let Balsam eat that rune, and then pass it right back. Roshan is about 3/4 of the way until his respawn. TA, she's also going to go for a little bit of pushing. Balsam with the Manta Style plus mirror images. Now with the TA, with who can make mirror images as well. plus conversions, plus edict damage. There's a huge amount of chip damage coming out from the Wolves. They could just sit back and, send in some illusions, send in some summons without any worry of dying. TA, chillin', kill Hawkeye, kill him. Blink forward, Burrow Strike, gonna latch onto the Nino. Is there any follow-up here? Nowhere. Trying to get close enough, but the Sonic Trap does slow him down, and Hawkeye's taking a huge amount of damage from the Nino. Hawkeye does take a mech, he might survive. Hand of God as well, shackling Grumpy to a tree is Calculus, but the first one to fall is gonna be the Chen, as the next one is gonna be Venomancer. Then Nowhere. Don't think he can survive this. There you go. One more hit from Link is going to bring down that Night Stalker. 3 down from Dare. No buybacks. No buybacks. I don't think he already bought back. No buyback for 2 minutes. Buyback? No buyback either. So this could be another Rax's. Link somehow sees Nose. Sonic Trap not. Oh, it is going to slow him down. He blinked too slowly, and now Nose is in a huge amount of trouble. Calculus not even needed there. Link with the Manta Styles and their refraction damage. What was that, like 3-shotting that Rubik, who also doesn't have buyback? So Wolves, they've got a free game on a plate. Dare getting way too aggressive. And really, I do feel like this is partially due to that team comp. Rise, I don't think... Did he latch that black hole? He got black hole on 2. Yes, he did. Okay. But he's going to go for more black holes. So that's awesome. But Dare, at this point in the game, reaching the 40-minute mark, I do feel like they missed their opportunity. There's really Night Stalker with a Basher. I mean, that's great and all, but that's not nearly enough when the enemy TA is dealing so much damage, when the Naga Siren has so many illusions on her side. The melee Rax has gone down, and Wolves are just going to fall back. They don't have to push this anymore. But Dare, I mean, now they're 1.5 sets of Raxes down. The mid lane is going to constantly push in. The bot lane is going to constantly push in. And then, really, what could they do? They could take a good fight still, but you saw what a good fight was. If Hawkeye, I guess, kill off the TA or something like that, but Rod of Atos. I have never seen this picked up in a pro game before. But you know what? Windrunner is so baller, latching double shackles, getting kills. Hell, go treat yourself to a Rod of Atos. Why not? Did they get confused with that Roshan timer? They did, but now they're going to see it. Link also a little bit confused with that Blink Dagger. This Roshan is going to be the target for Wolves, and let's see how fast they could kill this. I'm going to say 15 seconds. 27 is the start. 3 seconds. Oh, it's not going to be 15. Not nearly. Oh, no. It's going to take 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 11 seconds. There you go. TA with the Aegis. And Balsam with the cheese. With an AC on the Naga Siren. I like the Butterfly a little bit more. But AC does benefit her team, whereas Butterfly just benefits you. So the Wolves in a commanding lead right now. They've held on to the lead for pretty much the entire game, even though Dare have been making good pushes, and they've been taking a couple of good ganks and good fights and stuff like that. I guess not enough, as Balsam's going to walk right by Hawkeye. Use a Riptide to harass. But other than that, no shit's given by this Naga Siren. So tanky right now, and also does some pretty good damage with the Diffusal Blade. So clearly the next target is going to be the last set of Raxes on this top lane. Tier 3 tower is going to be the target, because the bottom lane, it's already pushing, and that's what getting a melee Rax does for you. The range Rax usually does fall shortly after, at least pressures everyone back to defend it. That means they're going to be preoccupied in this bot lane while top is pushing in. This creep wave is going to get demolished. Now they can just breach the high ground. Tier 3 tower is quivering in its little foundation. It knows that there's a ton of illusions at its front door, plus an edict pipe going to go off. So these illusions are very, very tanky to that magical damage, which Dare is mostly reliant on. There goes the Tier 3 tower. And Rise going to look to close in for a black hole. Savadoom is going to get sent back to the base. With the damage, oh, the Ghost Scepter actually is going to save him. There goes the blink in, Burrow Strike, plus an Epicenter, but denied. Song of the Siren. Don't forget Song of the Siren. Rise, black hole. Well, good effort, Rise, I guess, but Nowhere is just... Okay, Nose stolen the black holes. This could be really good for Dare, actually. Calculus is going to get away just barely, but he's probably going to take over to this poison damage. The pipe is going to do enough. I don't know. Hawkeye is going to get chased down, and somehow Windrunner is still surviving. That Gale actually missed. Link with a double kill, though, and everyone... Oh, my God. How many black holes are there? Nowhere getting sucked into a black hole. And he's going to go down. Link with a triple kill. Nose, I do agree. The Dare side should have picked Enigma, because clearly Nose Nose. God damn it. Nose is nose. I'm trying to figure out how to say this without using the word KNOWS. Nose is aware of how to make a black hole work. That would kind of make sense, but anyway, Wolves taking a slow and steady game, and I mean, they had an opportunity, they had a chance, but really they didn't get enough early game dominance. Their Sand King got completely owned in lane, their Night Stalker, he was pretty active around the map, but everyone from Wolves was a little bit more active in countering that hero. So the Dare side with their mid-game lineup unfortunately let the game slip into the late game where the TA Naga Siren reigned supreme. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been Dare versus Wolves, and now the Star Ladder finals or playoffs are happening right now. I'm not going to be covering those until I actually get to them. So if you're waiting for me to do that, then please let me know, because that's still not set in stone. I could jump ahead to the playoff stages and get those games out, but I won't do that unless you guys actually want it, because I'd like to go in order. But anyway, Dare versus Wolves, or TTB, or MYM, also known as. This one goes to MYM/TTB/Wolves. GG, guys. Echo.